another South Island legend. He's in 6th place on the grid. Reece Lindsay, Timothy Gray rounding off row 3, Nick Burke. And H. Lockhart there with Chris Dufour on their double classing, so he'll be feeling the heat out there as well. And Woodlands there on the end of row 3. So 300s in there with the 250 production, and we are set for a awesome 8-lapper here.
Well, hopefully we're going to get a couple of those other guys quickly get to the front. There's some gaps there. How far are they back? We've got somebody missing out here. Oh, no. We've got Jake. He's just come to the line, so he makes it all those. Richard Willett starting here on the row, so must have a little bit of a problem that he's back there. Any idea? Is it?
No, he's just come in there. The bike seems to have cut out. It's a fuel issue. He's just released the fuel cap, put the ignition back on, and he's away. So I suppose he's got a wee vapor lock.
All right, okay, there you go. Oh, what an expert to have here. Mr. Grant Ramage to join us, Timaru Yamaha fame and organiser extraordinaire next weekend at Levels at Timaru. We'll talk, oh, look at that from Jacob Stroud, what a start, 3rd on the grid. So that's effectively, he has 2 bikes deep. His 1st and 2nd are a full bike and 2 bike lengths in front of him, and he just rocketed out of there. So, Grant, was that, one of 2 things, was that Jacob Stroud, or do you give the KTM the credit?
A little bit of both, to be honest. That was an amazing start from Jake, but the single-cylinder 390 KTM, they do launch off the line and out of the slower corners better than the multi-cylinder bikes, yeah.
Right, so the multi-cylinder bike has that advantage with the longer legs, but the single, of course, to go for it. So there we are. We talked about the fact that those all 3 different mates had qualified as a 1, 2, 3, so giving every one of those riders a chance. And I think confidence for anybody thinking, well, I'm on the slower 300. Well, slower 300, hell, it was looking good in the hands of Blake Ross. And, of course, last year, Dennis Charlotte went on to take the championship on one. So you can't say that they are too slow as we look to that fantastic start coming up there by Jacob at the moment. And, Brad, you've taken a chance to look and how they carved up.
Yeah, that is the 24 Harry Parker all over the back of Jacob now, and then Blake Ross in 3rd. So we've got an awesome little fight here, 300 Super Sport action as the RC390, the Shoesy sponsored 390 is coming under a lot of pressure. That parallel twin of the R3 that gets out of the corner so well. So we'll look for Harry Parker in the Gixxer Cups last year with Blake. So awesome to see the graduation, the development of these young riders. He's all over the back of them. They go into the Sign Biz Dipper, and it is Jacob Stroud, Harry Parker and Blake Ross, the top 3 at the moment, and definitely another little 3-way in there behind for 4th, 5th and 6th at the moment. They head into the rock sweep around the outside is Jacob Stroud, but Harry Parker around the outside. I think he might get it done as they head onto the front straight. Look at that, that's awesome. Down the front straight they come. We've got a change for the lead, and it is the 24, the MTF Finance R3 of Harry Parker coming under a bit of slipstream pressure now. Stroud heading into right then. I think Jacob's going to have enough power to get that done. We'll have a look. Yes, I think he's, oh no, left the door open. I think Harry will still hold on to that as they head out of Fixer Class and down the genuine 6-way fight for the lead at the moment with Blake Ross in 3rd. And the update there with Dave Fellows on another R3 and Jack Condon 4th, 5th with Timothy Gray rounding out that awesome 6-way fight at the moment. All
right, so we've got Grant Ramage with us, who's mentor and boss to young Harry, who we're watching here putting on a dazzling display on the Timaru Yamaha R3. And is he doing everything you've taught him, Grant?
Yeah, pretty much so far. Yeah, he's going well. Yep, bit of dust flown up there. I think it was Tim Gray, was it? Yeah. No, he's going very well. He's very competitive. He comes from a motorsport family. His dad races cars and stuff, and he's definitely in the blood. He goes bloody fast, to be honest.
Nice to hear, nice to hear. So we're talking about a young man out of Timaru in the Harry Parker battle. So good work by Harry there as he puts the pressure on. So can he keep it up though? The second part of that is we looked about halfway down the straight, and it was unusual because we were actually seeing Jacob Stroud start to overtake him, but the longer legs of the R3 helped to save him at the end. So was that the advantage of the R3 here on the front straight, Grant?
Yeah, pretty much that's exactly what happens. The 390s get to, any single cylinder will get to a certain speed, and basically that is about it, where the multi-cylinder one will keep on revving. So slight advantage at the end, but like it's about at the dipper, as you just saw, that Jake's bike will launch out of there a little bit quicker than an R3 or a Ninja.
All right, nice to see. So we've got our different manufacturers and our big bike battlers on here, joined by Grant Ramage, Motorcycling Identity, and Brad about to give us an update.
Yeah, coming through the line, and it is the 390 that charges when they cross the line. Have Harry Parker, Blake Ross there in 3rd place, doing nothing wrong. Jack Condon in 4th, and Timothy Gray with Dave Fellows in 6th. Kevin Goddard up into 7th. So Dave under control as they head into Flexo Class. Awesome stuff to see. Still looks to be the update there as they head and that is definitely still an awesome five-way battle. So less than a second will cover the top five as they head into Icon and down the back straight. So still looks to be the black bike of Harry Parker with in second place, I think, there and round Euro mark left-hander. So awesome stuff to see, and look at how low those little 300s can get as they fire out of the left-hander into Fulton Hogan.
All right, the interesting move that we saw before was from Harry, who went on the outside of the Rock FM sweeper to overtake the excellence of Jake Stroud at the moment, but that would need to be big-time racing when you're going to do that. I don't think he's got to can afford quite that luxury at the moment, Grant.
Probably not, to be honest. No, she's pretty hot pace out there. Harry's got a little bit of a jump at the moment. He just needs to maintain it, so hopefully the tyres hang in there. The track's extremely hot at the moment. We're out... standing out there, even down on the pit lane here, it's just feet just about go on fire. So, yeah, the tyres will be a major issue, particularly not so much today because these guys have to use the same tyres all weekend. So the last race tomorrow, yeah, that'll definitely make a difference. Yeah,
that's a good point to bring up. In fact, you can go and scorch in your race at the moment, but have you got enough rubber? And of course, it's a Grand Prix as the final race tomorrow. So in using that same tyre, you may burn it out a little bit too quick. So some amazing work to do there for these guys at this stage. But look at this from the young man from Timaru. It is the Harry Parker show at the moment as he scorches to the front and looking good. But the fight going on, Brad with a great run for second and so forth behind him.
Yeah, look at Blake Ross just diving in the slipstream and then pulling out. He'll have to run it into Flexoblast. But it is Harry Parker 1:44.7, so that's getting pretty close to lap record pace. So fantastic stuff from Harry Parker. They were lapping at 1:46s, and all of a sudden he's just smashed out a 1:44.7, and he was 2 seconds quicker than anyone else on that lap. So look for Harry Parker to try and stretch out an advantage with Blake Ross now into second place on the Kawasaki Ninja for White Line Motorcycles. Jacob Stroud into third place with that looks to be Tim Gray in fourth and Dave Fellows in fifth place. So awesome stuff, 300 racing as they watch them pretty much straight line through Fulton Hogan and into the S's.
All right, so when we look at somebody out there like the great father-in-law and Kevin Goddard doing some great work on the bike, it gives an opportunity, I think, for Grant Ramage to gather his thoughts and think, well, if you were out in this race, Grant, do you know where you'd be at the moment? Surely you'd be in front of that old man, wouldn't you?
Oh, Kevin and I have had a lot of races over the years. Yeah, we normally rub shoulders at some stage of the event. Yep.
Indeed. So he'd be having a look at his performance. Yes, indeed. Our race supplies, tyrewarmers.co.nz, Trevor Pierce, Yamaha Mega Motorcycle Centre, Dynoworks, Motor Extreme Man, Kevin Goddard, looking so good in that lineup. We might have added a whole lot of young guns to our field, but we've still got the great gentleman in there of Kevin Goddard running in a very good seventh spot at the moment. But Harry's opened up a little bit of a buffer, and all of a sudden he's created that little bit of a breathing space. So the others have got to try and fight their way. It looks as if Jake might have just broken clear of them, but I think Harry's done the hard yards. What's he got to do from here, Grant?
So just maintain his lead. He's trying to save those tyres for tomorrow. So all he really needs to do is do exactly what he's doing and not go any faster.
All right, there you go. So there you go. Not often the boss tells you don't go any faster. I've never had one of those before. So nice words here from Grant Ramage as Brad keeps us up to date.
Yeah, so 4 laps to go and a good 8-lapper here for the 300 boys. And like Grant said, the tyres got to last the whole weekend. With the track temperature, it'd have to be around 50-odd degrees at the moment. That will be a tough ask. So Harry Parker, Blake Ross, Jacob Stroud, Jack Woodman, Timothy Gray, Kevin Goddard, Dave Fellows, Reece Smithy, Nick Byrne and Hayden Lockhart rounding out the top 10 as we have a look. And what an awesome performance, Harry Parker. He's into the Euro mark left-hander at the moment with Blake Ross. Managed to get around Jacob, and he is in a comfortable second position now. So that is an awesome 1-2 at the moment. Gixxer Cup graduates from last year, and both young men on the move at the moment. Jacob Stroud has looked like he's been taken over by Jack Condon as they go into Fulton Hogan. So Jacob Stroud started off so well with that awesome start, but now he's getting gobbled up by the twin-cylinder machines.
All right, being joined here in the box by a couple of guests, Brad Groombridge and Rogan Chandler. We'll be talking to them more extensively afterwards. First of all, Brad, you jumped right over the top of these guys in 300cc racing, but hey, from a racing point of view, reminds you a little bit about your days on smaller motocross bikes. It's fast, intense, good to watch out there.
Yeah, that's right. You know, it's a big field too, so there's a lot going on, so it's pretty wicked to watch. And obviously the littler bikes, you can kind of throw them around a bit more, so it's good fun.
Good fun to watch indeed. Rogan Chandler, 2 years ago, Rogan, remembering you on an R3 when you had an opportunity to ride one of these bikes. They were brand new out of Yamaha's stable at the time. You can reflect exactly how these guys are going out there now?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's crazy. This is where, you know, the whole Yamaha gig sort of started from riding old Dean Watson's bike here, and just showing up with my leathers and jumping out. But yeah, these bikes are great, and it's a great class to be in. Super close, super compact. Everyone's fighting pretty hard, so it's definitely a good way to get started in racing.
Thank you indeed. So Brad Groombridge, Rogan Chandler, we'll talk to them more extensively afterwards. Back to Brad with a race update.
Yeah, so Harry Parker has a 3.8 second gap over Blake Ross as they cross the line with Jack Condon now in third, and Jacob Stroud back to fourth with Timothy Gray right on his tail. But interesting to see this is a 250 production class as well, and Angus Boyd refers to the 250s out there as well. So awesome stuff mixing it, and he's got at least a dozen 300 bikes in behind him, so an awesome ride from Angus.
Back with Grant Ramage at the moment, who's trying to do some sign language out to his boy out there, Harry Parker, who's putting on a big performance. Harry, the setup of his bike is just beautiful. Graphics polished, the paint job and everything looks... oh, there we go. The puff of dust on the infield gives us an idea.
I think that is Harry.
Oh, do we?
That is the white bike from Blake Ross, so I have to wait and get the binocular update.
Oh, bother. Yes, indeed. So there it is. Yes, indeed. In fact, Grant has confirmed it. He'll know it. He's helped present it. And there you go. So he didn't listen to Grant all along. So, man, the poor bloke at work next week's going to get hounded. First of all, Grant, that's morning tea on Monday for a start, isn't it?
We're going to have a nice big morning tea on Monday, aren't we?
Well, that's just the first point of it. Sad bad luck. So all he needed to do is, as you said, was staying consistent. So something's just gone wrong there a little bit. But, hey, there's a lot of learning to do. I think that'll be indirectly quite a confidence booster, though, to know that he's capable of running out in front with the guys. So all is not lost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just needs to calm it down a little bit, as they do. All the young guys get a bit of the rush blood to the head. You'll see Kevin and guys like that, they never do things like that. So that's part of the learning process, and he is learning, and he's very fast, so he's definitely capable.
Great to see you. All right, in another update.
So here we go, Blake Ross will now inherit the lead, and awesome stuff for him. So just looking at the times, and a best time of 1:44.684. That's a lap record. So a lap record for Harry Parker, and unfortunately he'll sit and watch the rest of the race in Fulton Hogan by the flag marshals there. So a lap record, but unfortunately he has crashed in Fulton Hogan. So an unofficial lap record due to the numbers we have, but yeah, Harry Parker with a 1:44.684. I believe that's a new lap record for 300 Super Sport racing.
Yes, it has indeed. It's Pete and Tim MacArthur's time set here last year, 1:44.771. So there you go, 1/10, in fact less than 1/10 of a second. In fact, make it 5 100ths of a second faster, and that's all you need to do. We've got official world-class timing here with mxt.co.nz. That's all we need to acknowledge it. So there you go. There's another bonus. A, he's learnt. B, he's had the confidence, and now he's got a lap record. You whispered to us yesterday, Grant, that he was capable of this. Obviously, it's sometimes with young guys it comes down to a mental thing, but I think the guy's strong enough. He's got it, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, yeah. To be honest, he doesn't normally make mistakes like that. I think it's the first time he's crashed that bike, so very unfortunate, but we'll be back again tomorrow.
We'll be back again tomorrow. I love those words.
Looking at Blake Ross into the sign biz dipper, and he has a 2-second advantage over Jack Condon. A good ride from Jack on the R3, so that's a Kawasaki 1-2 at the moment, and then go back to Jacob Stroud, who's consolidated that third place from Dave Fallow. So a great top four, and
one down.
Blake Ross out of the sweepers down. He's up and he's okay. So we've had two race leaders crash out of the lead. Unbelievable, Blake Ross. So that'll give Jack Condon the lead with Jacob Stroud in second, and Dave Fellowes in third, with a number of R3s going through there as well. So unbelievable stuff, Blake Ross.
Hey, well, we've got with Grant Ramage. Grant, next week, mate, if you even start off in fifth, if these guys keep on doing this, you might have a win.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I just look at Jake Stroud certainly hasn't given up on the idea of winning this thing. He's right up Jake's backside, let's say. Yeah, he hasn't given this thing up yet, and they've got sort of 1.5 laps left to go, so it would be nice for either of these two to clean this one up. But yeah, pity our guys are not going to be there, but yeah, racing's still good.
Racing's still good. There we go. So Harry Parker out, Blake Ross is out. Two of our stars of the class for sure. 300 racing is brilliant. And in the words of Rogan Chandler, this is where the big break started for him 2 years ago on the Dean Watson borrowed bike, when he had an opportunity with Dean being out to go out for a race. Yamaha saw the potential and have given him the opportunity, and bang, he's onto a 600, and bang, he's into the podium and recognised in our top 3 in the country. So great bit of starting for some of these guys. And here they are with two of our stars now bite the dust and out on on the side of the track. It's allowed the others to come through, so well done to young Jack. Come on, Canterbury. Here's the opportunity, so good to watch. Jack Condon out there, Jacob Stroud looking to Tim Gray. Then we go to Dave Fellows in there, Kevin Goddard in at 5th place, and even the old man can do a great bit of riding from where he lies at the moment. So beautiful to watch. And Brad, I'll tell you what, that race for one is not over yet. Jack Condon can't hang his hat on that just now.
No, looking at the rock sweeper there, and look at Jacob right on the back of him as they come down the front straight with a white flag ready and waiting. So this is going to be a hell of a last lap. So Jack Condon's going to have one hell of a lap, and already Jacob in the slipstream. So look at that RC390's really coming to its own in the late in the race, and that's Jacob Stroud now taking the white flag and the race lead into Flexiglass.
Well, we saw then that Jake Stroud was able to do the slipstream and quickly go past Jack, but Jack did the right thing then, Grant, and he then quickly went into the slipstream for Jacob. So he makes a little mistake, but then he quickly learns from it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so most of these guys, like Jacob's probably done the most riding out of any of these younger guys in their class at the moment. So yeah, Jack's doing extremely well. Hopefully he can catch it back up. He's good under brakes into the hairpin. So caught quite a bit of time there. So we'll just probably see the KTM fire out a little bit better. A little bit, not much. Yeah, hopefully he knows the track very well, Jack. So yeah, hopefully he can do some sort of a manoeuvre on the young Mr. Stroud and see what happens.
Right, so Jacob Stroud, remember at one stage he was in 1st place, went to 2nd, went to 3rd, went to 4th. We thought that things weren't too good for him at the moment. Oh, looking. Here's a change. We're on the carousel at the moment. Could be the update. So here we are with Jack coming back. Jack Condon, has he got the legs? Can we get through there? Oh, no, Jacob wants to have a dab again and go back down on the inside. So the run into the corner, and are they going to change? And does it make it stick? And it's twice over. And it is Jacob. Jacob's got the advantage. So Jacob Stroud takes a run down through the southern south of Jeshurts. They go into the Signbiz Dipper for the final time through there. And will we see the fight back coming from John? So here it is, the visitor up against the Cantab. The Cantab's on attack at the moment as he tries to get in, comes out of the Dipper, and now the run down towards the Rock FM sweeper, and one down in the Dipper, just dropped the clip the curb there, doesn't look to be too bad. We won't worry about that, it won't go to a flag, so we're all on here for the sprint to the line, and we watch out for them. Look at that, moving right over the track, they're not giving me any advantage. Jack looking to pounce, is he going to be able to do it? No, he won't get there. Jacob's got it. Jacob Stroud, all the learning in the world, and he quickly puts his hand up and says to Jack Condon, that was an awesome race, Grant Ramage.
Yeah, it was, yeah, very entertaining. Yeah, unusual result to be blunt, but we'll see what happens tomorrow, eh?
Yeah, well, hey, isn't this the excitement we want in our sport? Not that we want people to crash, but hey, it's all part of the game.
It is, unfortunately, yes it is. It's part of the adrenaline buzz is the fact that, yeah, you may come off, but hopefully you don't, and we'll just see what goes on, eh?
All right, indeed, so 300s, and Brad, an update of the race.
Yeah, so that was unfortunately Dave Fellows running in 4th place, who's crashed in the Signbiz Dipper. So we've had a number of
3 of the top 4
have crashed out of this one, but an awesome ride, Jacob Stroud on the RC390 for Shuzi and all the team behind him. Team Lizard Racing 390. That's an awesome bit of reward on the RC390. Jack Condon, Timothy Gray. That's a good ride from Tim into 3rd place. Kevin Goddard managed to get up for 4th place, so we're not going to head into that in the pits, I don't think. 4th place for Kev. And awesome stuff. 300 super sport action, and with the 250s as well. That's Angus is not in the fight at the moment, so Leon Jacobs, awesome ride, Leon. He's 14th on track, but that'll be the first of the 250 production bikes home. So there it is, the Jacob Stroud, Jack Condon, Timothy Gray podium, and awesome to see bikes coming through with an awesome field of 300s and 250s.
All right, so Brad Grambridge here is a spectator to watch racing. His first time ever here at Ruapuna. He's turned up on a super bike, only debuted it back literally a month ago with round 1 of the Suzuki Series. He's been through the Suzuki Series. In the program, he says he's in, well, originally entered in what we call Superbike B, but after electrifying times here through Thursday and Friday, deservedly made the top cut. And Brad, well, a bit of an incident late in the race, which will be a disappointment, but let's exclude that for the initial part of the interview and just say, how are we actually feeling in the race to be in the company of New Zealand's best?
Oh, it's good, you know, Neil. I feel fine in there. Obviously, I'm at the back of the pack, or near the back of the pack, but it's more just, you know, getting more and more used to the bike and the different technique and things like that, and